Okay, I'm recording. Very good, we're recording. Okay, I'm going to do a share screen. I want to show you guys what I'm going to be doing. Okay, we see the screen?
No, but I joined.
Yeah,
the screen I see, perfect.
You see it? Okay, let me just see who I see of the guys. To make my life a little easier, 1 second. I know who's on and who's not on. Okay. All right. Like this. We're looking at the psukim. It's a very I don't know if most of you guys have heard this before. It's a shiur that's from Rabbi Y.Y. Jacobson, but it's a lot of different people speak about it. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. Okay. I hope we're gonna try to do this within half an hour. I hope I can make it, but it's very interesting. All right. You see what's going on the screen over there? You see the psukim? Yeah. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start reading. So this is the story. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe ma titzak elai daber el bnei Yisrael vayisau. Where are we holding right now? Bnei Yisrael just left Egypt. They're standing at Yam Suf. All of a sudden they turn around. What do they see? The Egyptians are coming behind them. What do they see on the side? So they want to run away. On the other side, what do they see? Yam Suf. They're stuck. What do? So what do Jews do when they're stuck? They yell to Hashem. They say, God, help us. So Hashem says to them, Ma titzak elai, daber b'nei Yisrael v'yisau. Go into the ocean. Ve'ata harem et matcha, and you raise up your staff, unetet yadcha al hayam, ubeka'ehu, and split the sea. And they came into the dry land. And then the pasuk continues a few psukim later. The first, up to this part is HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling Moshe what he has to do. Now, what's important here is the word ubeka'ehu. What does ubeka'ehu mean? Split the sea. Correct? Now, have you heard anyone ever speak about Bikiyat Yamsuf? No. No such thing. What's Bikiyat Yamsuf? It's called Kriat Yamsuf. But if you look at the Torah, what do you see the word ubeka'ehu? If you look at the next, this is the beginning where Hashem tells Moshe what to do. If you look at the second part, Pasuk Chaf Bet, it says, Vayet Moshe et yado alayam. This is where it actually happens. Moshe Rabbeinu lifts his hand up. Vayolach Hashem et hayam beruach kadim azar kol halayla. And there's a big wind the whole night. Vayasem et hayam acharava, and it dries up the land. Vayibakeu hamayim. Again, the same word is used. Vayibakeu hamayim. The water splits. So the question here is, if the Torah used, and also one more thing in the Tefillah, what do we say? Vayam bakata lifnehem, right? However, when Chachamim speak about it, what do they speak about? Nobody speaks about Bikiyat Yamsuf. Everyone thinks about Kriyat Yamsuf. And if you go through the entire Torah, you're not going to see that word at all. So the question is why? And there's a very, very big secret. Hold on, I just need a chumash, which I forgot to bring. There's a very, very big thing going on. You see how the Torah, in just in one word, has a tremendous, tremendous thing going on here. Okay, let's go on, and we'll see how the psukim work out. Now, hold on. Okay. Now, what happens right now? Moshe, we're going back to Pasuk Chaf Aleph that you see on your screen. It says, "Vayibaku hamayim," the land dried up and it split. Now watch this. Right? We already said that the water dried up. So as Bnei Yisrael go in, they go into the dry land. V'hamayim lahem choma miminam. We all know. And the water became a wall on the right and on the left, and they went through the middle. Now what happens? All of a sudden the Egyptians say, hey, what is this? They're getting away. They run after them. Who? Vayomer Hashem el Moshe netet yadcha layam. Put out your hand again a second time. Vayashuvu hamayim al Mitzrayim. And the water is going to come back on all the Egyptians. Again, it happened. That's Hashem telling him. Now it happens. Vayet Moshe et yado layam. Vayashov hayam lifnot boker le'itano. And the water, by early morning, went on to its original strength. And the Egyptians are running towards it. Okay? And the water now comes back because Moshe put his hands out. Everything got covered up. Nobody was left. Up to here, everything's good?
Yeah.
Now watch this pasuk. Ubnei Yisrael halchu beyabasha betoch hayam. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Beyabasha? Didn't you just tell me that the water just came down? So how are they going beyabasha betoch hayam? There's no yabasha. And v'hamayim lahem choma miminam u'mismolam. And again, so what's an instant replay? And the water was a wall on the right and on the left. Hello, this pasuk is completely out of place. Number one, it's a total repeat of what was before. Look at pasuk chaf bet. Ve'avo b'nei Yisrael betoch hayam b'yabasha. Although over here it says b'yabasha betoch hayam, so it makes no sense either. And again, you have amayim lem choma miminam u'mismolam. Now, being that I already did half the work for you, what's the difference between pasuk chaf bet and chaf tet?
I'm not sure.
Take a look. It's in yellow.
Well, you catch the screen share.
I did?
Yeah, you catch. Now I see your face.
Oh, I don't know why. Hold on.
Bro.
Oh, you're right.
I still see the share thingy.
We'll do it again.
Rabbi, what's the question?
The question is, number one, we said that there's, you see it now?
No, I still see you.
You only see me? Anyone, you guys see it? Sonny, you see it?
I see the psukim.
Oh, you do?
I see the thing. I see the comment.
Oh, never mind, Rabbi. I see you now.
You have to go to
move it on your phone.
screen.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to move the screen.
No problem. So now you see the first pasuk, it says "Va'amayim lahem choma." In the second pasuk, it's like a replay. "Va'amayim lahem choma." But you notice something very interesting. In the first pasuk, choma is with a vav. In the second pasuk, choma is
without a vav.
What's going on here? What happened to the vav? Fell into the water?
Literally.
Now, let's look at the next set of psukim. In Perek Tet Vav, Hashem imloch le'olam ve'ed, ki basus paro b'rechva parasha bayam, vayashev Hashem aleim et me'am, Hashem put about, u'bnei Yisrael halchu b'yabasha betoch hayam. Again here, they went into the land, in the water. Fine. Now, there's one thing we all know. Look at the Mechilta. Bnei Yisrael halchu b'yabasha betoch hayam. היו מלאכי השרת טמאים לומר בני אדם עובדי עבודה זרה מהלכים ביבשה בתוך הים? The Malachim are complaining. Why is there people who are עובדי עבודה זרה going on the dry land in the ocean?
Right.
And how do we know that the yam also became angry? Chema means angry. שנאמר, במים חומה, אל תקרא חומה, אלא חמה. This is very, very well known. Everybody knows it, right? So you see here that the ocean itself, the yam, the sea became angry. Wait a minute. So why is he angry the second time and not the first time? The first time is choma with a vav. There's no chema. Okay.
Bam kasha.
Now, before we get to this, there's another thing we can see. If you look at the word le'etano, you see the word le'etano here?
Yeah.
Le'etano, right? What does the word etano mean?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Etano.
Leitano, what does it mean?
Leitano.
Yes.
Whose Montclair jacket is this?
להתענו. ישב הרב לפנות בוקר.
Eitan means strong. It went back to its strength.
I went back to the original thing.
Right.
Okay.
But it's a very strange word. So the Midrash picks up on it. Amar Rav Yochanan, Tanai hitna kadosh baruch hu et im hayam. Hashem made a Tanai, what's the word? Condition with the ocean.
A condition.
Yehen nikra lifnei Israel. That when in the future Bnei Israel are going to go through the sea, he's going to open up. Dichtiv vayeshev hayam le'eitano le'tenao shehitna imo. Okay, so Hashem had to make a Tanai with Bnei Israel. Now, this doesn't make too much sense either, right? Why not? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu creates the sea, and he has to tell the sea, I'm going to create you in only one condition, on condition that you're going to split when I tell you? What's that supposed to mean, buddy? I created you. When I tell you to split, you split. What does it mean? What does it mean? You're going to wait for, what does that mean? You have to make a Tanai.
Bechira, though.
What? No Bechira.
It's the same thing with the humans.
No.
It's the same thing with the humans. What do you mean? We have free will
Bechira.
to do anything we want.
No, you do, but not the ocean. Ocean inanimate object. Hashem tells him what to do, and he does it. Okay. Holding those psukim, we're going to go now to, that's one set of questions. So the entire Yam Suf doesn't make too much sense. Good? For those people who have joined us late, we'll just say it very, very quickly. The pasuk says ubeka'ehu. If you look on the screen share, it says ubeka'ehu instead of kriya. We call it Kriyat Yamsuf, not Bekiat Yamsuf. And another question we ask is why the pasuk, it says pasuk chafbet and chaftet. It's a repetition, and one time it says choma with a vav, one time without a vav. Okay. Now to understand all of this, we have to go back to another pasuk earlier. The pasuk in Beshalach, it says, "Vayi b'shalach Paro ta'am." When Paro actually sent the Jews and said, "All right, that's it. I had it with you Jews. Get out of here, leave." So it says like this. Vayikach Moshe, one second. It says like this. Vayomer Paro. Where's that pasuk? Hold on. ואמר פרעה לבני ישראל, okay, you have it on your screen. ואמר פרעה לבני ישראל, נבוכים הם בארץ, סגר עליהם המדבר. He said to Bnei Israel that they are confused because he saw them, they're stuck in the, he saw through sorcery that they're stuck, and the midbar is surrounding them. They're gone. Can anyone tell me what's wrong with that pasuk?
No.
Wait, Rabbi, which pasuk? Oh, Beshalach?
Yeah. Vayi b'shalach Paro ta'am.
Paro ta'am, v'amar Paro l'bnei Israel.
Something's wrong with that pasuk. Paro said to Bnei Israel. What do you mean to Bnei Israel? Who's Bnei Israel? They all left. There's nobody
the
there.
people who stayed back.
It was that time Aviram.
Ah, 1 second. So Pashtut, when you read it, it makes no sense because there's nobody there. They all left already. There was, now before that it says Chamushim alu b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim, and Chamushim means, literally Chamushim means that they went and they were the pasuk before. Chamushim alu b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim. What's Chamushim? Had guns, they had the swords and, different instruments of war with them. But the Midrash says Chamushim, 1/5. Only 1/5 of them left. 4/5 said we don't want to leave. So in the days of Choshech, they all died, and only 1/5 left. But that 1/5 is only in the ocean. There's nobody left. So Al Pi Pshat, it's explained. Where is it? here. Api Pshat, the word li b'nei Yisrael doesn't mean to b'nei Yisrael. It could also mean about b'nei Yisrael. So Api Pshat, there's no problem. Va'amar Paro libnei Yisrael, Paro said about the nation. But now, watch this. Comes Targum Yonatan ben Uziel and says, V'yemar Paro ledatan ve'aviram. B'nei Yisrael too. There are two guys who didn't leave. Who are they? Datan ve'aviram. Ve'ishtayru b'mitzrayim. Because they stayed behind. There's two guys who never left. You had the group that left. Wow. They're standing now at the ocean. You have the group that died, 4/5 that were buried. And you have two guys, Bnei Israel, two guys who stayed behind. And to them, Paro says, you see, you guys are smart. You stayed behind. Your friends all left, and now they're stuck in the ocean. And let's go get them. Okay? Now, if Datan and Aviram are standing over here with Paro, we have a very serious problem.
Because we see that we see them later. They're causing trouble with Korach.
We see them later with Korach and many other times, right?
Wow.
And they're here now with Paro.
And then they join later.
They're over on the other side of the ocean. That's number one. That doesn't make sense. Question number two. Wait a minute. We said, who are these two guys? They were troublemakers. Look at the next thing. Right? There was a big fight between two Jews. And one picked up his hand to hit the other. And Moshe says to him, Rasha. No, Vayomer le Rasha. He said to the Rasha. Number two, Rashi says, Shnei Anashim Ivrim. Who are they? Here says Anashim Ivrim. Here says Anashim Ivrim. Says Rashi, who are they? Datan v'Aviram. Shehotiru min aman.
No, Shnei Anashim Shibrim. What?
There's Shnei. No, the pasuk says Shnei Anashim Ivrim.
No, Shnei Anashim. Oh, okay, never mind.
Two Hebrew men. Who are they? Says Rashi, Datan v'Aviram. Because they're the ones who left over from the man later on. And over there also it says, Vayo shamu el Moshe, Velo shamu el Moshe, Vayotiru anashim mimenu ad boker, V'gdolem v'eksav alem Moshe. Says Rashi, who's these anashim over here? Same word, anashim. Natan v'aviram. And then by Chet Eger, Vayomu ish el achiv nitna rosh, V'nashuma mitzrayma. Who are they? Rabbeinu B'chaya, Natan v'aviram. Now,
wow.
Look in Korach. Vayomer Moshe ledatan v'aviram b'nei Eliyav v'yamu lo na'aleh. And they start making trouble. And the pasuk says, pasuk vaydaber el ha'ida surah me'al ohole anashim ha'resha'im ha'ele. Pasuk calls them resha'im. So something here doesn't make sense. Number one, these guys are on this side of the ocean. How do they get to the other side of the ocean? Number two, these guys are Rishayim. They're bad guys. How come they did not die in the Makat Choshech? The whole purpose of Makat Choshech was for these people to go bye-bye. How come they're not going bye-bye? What happened? Good question?
Bam kasha.
A lot of things here don't make sense.
Should have been dead from Choshech.
What do you say? You got an answer?
Oh well, the guys that died in Choshech was because they didn't want to get redeemed, right?
Correct. So first of all, that's another problem you have to understand. These guys who didn't want to do it, I don't understand. This is something people don't get. These guys were suffering. They were hurt, correct?
Right.
They're suffering very, very badly. How come they didn't want to leave? What were they doing in Egypt? What's so great?
Rabbi, these are these guys also the two Jewish people that Moshe saw when hitting each other in the beginning, no? Before he ran away to Midian?
I'm asking for the 4/5 that died. and the Makat Choshech.
Why didn't I know?
How come those guys didn't want to leave Egypt?
because they were used to it, Rav, and they
Used to
know.
Yeah.
Huh?
Used to getting beat up? What are they used to?
No, they're used to being in one place. Now you're telling them going to the desert with this God. I've been in this place in this country for 300 years, right? They were there.
Yeah, but
They're
you're
used
getting
to
beat
it.
up.
Yeah, but they were all there,
Good
Joseph.
tradition that a Messiah is going to come take you to the promised land, and you have no problems on over there. You've been beat up. Your brother, your sister, your cousin, your father, your mother, everybody got killed. You get beat up all of a sudden, and now you have a chance to get out of here. What do you mean? Who doesn't want to leave?
I mean, that's the power. That's why I've heard that before.
So I'll tell you what you're saying. You're saying slave mentality. Now, when a slave is a slave, he has such a mentality that whatever I am, that's it. I'm not going anywhere else. But there's a much better answer.
People are used to their environment. They don't want to leave, even if it could be better. They're like, oh, I better rather.
It could be. But when it's so bad,
I don't know.
if you have a guy who's a drunk, a guy in a prison, you finally tell him you could leave. He doesn't want to leave?
Yeah, that's what they say in the Musar book.
That what?
If a guy is in prison, if he doesn't leave, he's rebelling against Hashem in the Shar Tshuva, I think.
No, that's something else. No, that they beat him up. Why don't you want to leave?
If he doesn't leave, he's rebelling against Hashem. Right, that's something else.
No, there's something else. But here, get out of here. You have a chance to finally redeem yourself. But what people don't understand is something incredible. You guys should know this because you just read the Seder. What happened as soon as the Makot started?
What do you mean? What happened?
The Jews complained to Moshe, why are you making it harder for us? Why are you making
Yes.
No, that was before.
Yes.
That was before. Yeah,
Okay.
good. But something that happened is, as the Makot went on, eventually, this was before the Makot. Once the Makot started, life got better. Let's take, for example, the first Makkah. Makat Dam. What happened to Makat Dam? In Makat Dam,
They made money.
he would take a cup of water, it turned to blood, right? He sees a Jew drinking water. He says, Dear Balak, give me some water. The Jew goes, Faddal. He takes it from him, turns to blood. He goes, I don't understand. Why are you giving me blood? He goes, what blood? Give back to me. Hey, what are you talking about? It's water. He says, you know what? Hold on, I see how this works. I'm going to take a straw, and you take a straw, and let's drink at the same time. Because I see that when a Jew holds it, it's water.
No, we
right? And now, when I drink from it, it's blood. So you know what? Let's do it that way. So what they put this? He goes, yeah, no problem. He puts a straw. The Jew goes like this. It's water. The Egyptian goes like this. Blood. What is going on here? To which the Jew says, I guess apparently that's what they were told by Moshe Rabbeinu. You know what?
You can sell them water. You can sell them.
So now a small bottle of water costs $150, and the Egyptian has no choice. So basically, what happened is time went on and on and on and on for about a year or so. The Jews became richer and richer and richer. So because Moshe Rabbeinu says, "Hey, that's it. The time has come for Geulah. Let's go." 4/5 said, "What are you, Majnun? I got a house in Brooklyn. I got a house in Deal, and I got a house in Turnberry. I ain't going to Israel. I got the good life over here." Moshe Rabbeinu says, "You want to stay here? Fadal. Whoever wants to stay can stay." So 4/5 of the people ended up staying. 1/5 left. These two guys are in the middle. How come they didn't die? They're the biggest Rishaim. The Pasuk tells you they're Rishaim. Now
because they wanted to go.
My dear friends, listen to this. An incredible, incredible idea, which is going to answer everything. And we're going to end up with such a beautiful thought, something you can take home. Watch what happens. There are the psukim in Shemot Hey Yudalid. It says, when the people started complaining that we want to go to Egypt, we go out of Egypt. So Paro says, you know what the problem with you guys is? You got too much time on your hands. When you have too much time on your hands, you have all these crazy ideas. So you know what? I'm going to help you guys out. You know how? I'm going to make sure that you don't get straw anymore. You guys now, we know how many bricks you can make a day. From now on, you have to come up with the same number of bricks, but you have to get your own straw. Whoa, Maze. So now, look at the pasuk. Now, and to make sure this was done properly, Paro took Jews, and each Jew was made the policeman over a certain group of others. And he had to make sure that they do their job. Now, what happens when they don't do their job? What happens when, let's say, this guy had to make...
I paused it, yeah.
Paro's people come and they say you only made 14. Vayuku shotrei b'nei Israel. The shotrim got beat up.
No, it's not why it didn't work, because I paused it.
The Noksim were the Egyptians. The shotrim, the police, were the Jews. And these shotrim got beaten up. So the shotrim asked for a meeting with Paro. And they came to him, Lama taseh kol avadecha? Why are you doing this to us? What did we do? Teven ein nitan lavadecha. You're not giving us straw. Ulevenim omrim lanu asu, and you tell us to produce. You tell me no straw, but produce. How do you want us to produce? Ve'inei avadecha mukim, v'chatata mecha. We're getting beat up. What's our sin? Paro turns around to them, Vayomen nirpim atem nirpim. You have too much time on your hands. Al ken atem orim lecha Yisrael alkenu. Ve'ata lechu ivdu v'tem lo yatan lechem. You're going to go and you're going to do exactly what I say. Vayiru shotrei b'nei Yisrael otam bera leimor. Lo tuge, okay? Vayifkeu et Moshe ve'et Aaron nitzavim likratam v'tzeitam et Paro. Now, when they come to leave Paro, what do they see? Moshe and Aaron. They also came to the palace. Vayomru alehem. The shotrim point the finger to Moshe and Aaron, and they said, Yereh Hashem alechem. May God see what you two did to us. V'yishpot and judge you. Asher hivashtem et rechenu be'enei Paro. You made our smell bad in the eyes of Paro, ube'enei avadav, in the eyes of his slaves, and you have given them a sword to kill us. What is this word? You made our smell bad. What does that mean? It means the following. This shotrim, imagine, I'll give you an example. Okay? Mr. Shoter comes home, and all of us, he's full of blood, and his wife turns around to him, what happened to you? Oh, I don't ask. What happened? He says, listen, the guys who are under me, they didn't produce the number of bricks that they should have produced, and I got beat up. So the wife, being brilliant as most wives are, turn around to him and say, what are you, stupid? What are you doing? Why don't you just beat up the guy who didn't make the brick? Hit him, make sure he does his work. That way you won't get hit. So turns around the shoter, and the shoter says to his wife, no, I will not lift my hand against another Jew. But you're getting beat up. Beat me up. I am not going to lift my finger against another Jew. This was an incredible Mesirut Nefesh that the shotrim had. Now, what happened to these shotrim? The pasuk says later on, it's not brought down here, but the pasuk says later on by Har Sinai, when the Torah was given, all those shotrim who were Moser Nefesh, they became Nevi'im. They became like the Sanhedrin. They became the leaders, and they got a ruach of Nevu'ah on them. They all became Nevi'im.
The Shivim Zikanim.
What? The Zikanim, correct.
The Shivim. Okay. Fine.
The Shivim Zikanim. They became like the Sanhedrin of that time. They became the leaders, and they reached this tremendous high level of Nevu'ah, almost like Moshe Rabbeinu. And here it goes, boys. Put on your seatbelts. Except for two guys. There were two guys who were also Shotrim. Their names were Datan and Aviram. And Datan v'Aviram also took the hit. I'm not going to hit another Jew. Don't hurt other Jews. But when it came time to give the reward to these Shotrim, you can't make Datan v'Aviram Nevi'im. They're Rashaim. They're Kofrim. They're Apikorsim. They don't believe in anything. But how are you going to give them a prize? How are they going to be rewarded for what they did? You know what the answer is? The answer is that in Makat Choshech, they didn't die. That was their reward. So now what happens? They end up not dying, and being the Rashaim that they are, they're hanging on Paro's palace, telling Paro, you're right. And Paro says, you know what? Let's go get them. Let's go get the Jews. Now watch what happens. They all come to the Har Sinai. To the Yam Suf. Going back to the Psukim. They all go to Yam Suf. And Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, raise up your hand and split it. Moshe Rabbeinu ends up his land and he splits it. And the water became a wall, and the Jews go through. What happens after that? And the Hamayim go back le'etano, go back to where they should be. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Now the water came back. It's over. Yam Suf is over. The splitting of the sea is over. The Jews went to the other side, and the Egyptians are dead. Except for two guys, Datan v'Aviram. Datan v'Aviram are standing there at Yam Suf. They see that the Jews made it to the other side or wherever. They're out of danger. They see Paro and everybody else drowning in the ocean. To which these two Rashaim raise up their hands and say, hey, God, what about us? Hashem says to the Yam Suf, buddy, open up again. These two have to cross the Yam Suf. I know what happens? V'amayim lahem choma. Not choma, chema. The Yam Suf became angry and said, no, I'm not going to open up for these two Rashaim. The first time it says choma with a vav, because that first time was for the whole Bnei Yisrael. There were tzaddikim, no problem. But the second, when it says choma, al tikre choma ela chema, because the Yam, the Malachim and the Yam were complaining because I don't want to do this. I don't want to open up for two Rashaim. To which Hashem turns around to them and says, no. Remember, we made it tonight. You can't tell me they're Rashaim. I don't care, although you're right. But we made it tonight. Open up again. So Chavtet, the Pasuk says, Ubnei Yisrael halchu b'yabasha betoch hayam. Bnei Yisrael too, Datan v'Aviram, were able to go over into the Yam Suf, and they were saved.
Incredible. Never
heard that before.
Gorgeous.
Now, whoever
gorgeous.
Whoever was here at the beginning now has said, I'm basically done. But there's one thing I left out, and whoever was at the beginning heard it. What did I leave out, boys?
Etano.
Etano is the tonight. We read that. The Hashem made it tonight with the Yam Suf because he knew that Datan v'Aviram, the Yam Suf was going to say, no, I don't want to open up for these. We started this thing with a question. Everybody can see the psukim over there? The share screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We started by showing that in the Torah, Kriyat Yam Suf is called Bikiyat Yam Suf. The word is Bikiyah, v'yibakeu hamayim. Netet yadcha al hayam ubekaehu. So how come tomorrow night, which is the holiday, we're going to celebrate, we're going to speak about, or when we go to shul, we're going to speak about Kriyat Yam Suf and not Bikiyat Yam Suf. Now, I'm telling you something that you guys can trust me.
It did it twice. It split
Okay, so?
twice.
And that's why it says twice B'Ka'ehu?
So therefore, that we can't just call it. Yeah, that's why it says it too. That's why we refer to like that.
That's
based on what you said.
I'm going to tell you guys something, and believe me, I'm your rabbi. You can trust me on this. God knew Hebrew very well. He made it up. If he chose the word B'Ka'ehu, why do the Rabbanan choose not to use the word B'Ka'ehu? Why do they use the word Kriyat Yamsuf?
What is a CVV?
Now listen, guys, this is the most incredible part of the whole story. This was incredible up to this, but it's an incredible part of the story.
If you still
This question, basically the answer answers up everything we just said. Because you know what the word Bikiah means? There's a Mishnah.
No.
I'll tell you. That was the
means to split.
Bikiah means when you take something and you split it into two. There's a whole Mishnah and Midrash that explains it. But the word Bikiah means when you take something and you tear it into half. In other words, let's say I take
a piece of wood.
You guys have not seen this in a long time. A 20 shekel bill, right? If I take this now and I tear it in half, what's that called? Kriyat. I tore it in half, right?
Rabbi, someone said it's crazy for a Persian to rip a 20 shekel bill.
What's that?
Someone just told me it's crazy for a Persian to rip a 20 shekel bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm gonna log you
Like
off.
it's gonna happen.
Okay. So watch this. So if you take something, and you split it, if you cut it in half, that's called Bikiah. But if you take something, if I take that same 100 shekels, and let's say I sew it together again, and I tear it a second time, that's called Kriyah. Bikiah means to take something that was never split and split it. Kriyah means to take something that was already split once and you tear it a second time. The pasuk says ubeka'ehu because the yam never split before. Right?
I love it.
We just explained there was a second Yam Suf. The second time wasn't Bikiah. It was Kriyat Yam Suf. Say the Chachamim. We celebrate Kriyat Yam Suf. The Yam Suf, the Kriyat that had Kofrim, Apikosim, Rishaim,
It's just for them too.
is an incredible thing because it had Mesiut Nefesh for other Jews. So we're not going to enjoy the splitting. We're not going to celebrate the splitting for 2 million or according to some people 10 million Jews. We don't celebrate that. We celebrate the second time. We celebrate Kriyat Yam Suf because that Kriyat Yam Suf was a celebration of 2 Rishaim that had love for other Jews and they were willing to take the hit. That's it. Not incredible?
Beautiful.
The end
Incredible.
really good.
Gorgeous, Rabbi.
That's it. That's basically what I wanted to say. I just want to add one thing. There was a story going around. Some of you may have heard it. I think it might have been on some of the chats, but they have it in all the papers here in Israel. There's a Rabbi David Batzri who has a Kabbalist. He has a Kabbalah. His wife was very, very sick, and she fell asleep. I don't know exactly what happened a few days ago. And when she was gone for like 4 hours, something. When she woke up, it was in the Beit Din Shel Mala that she actually died, or I don't know. Somehow her neshama went to the Beit Din Shel Mala, and over there she heard an argument between the Malachim and the Tzaddikim. The Tzaddikim said, God, enough already. Bring the Mashiach. Done. Let's finish with this. And the Malachim said, Ma pitom, no way. So the Tzaddikim said, yes, but there is one way we could bring the Mashiach anyways. And that's if we have love for other Jews. If we have ahava between Jews. And therefore they told her, go back down to earth and give that message to the Jewish nation. We have to love each other. We have to be very, very good with each other. And in that zechut, we'll have the zechut to bring Mashiach. And her son
Amen.
passed away 2 days ago. I think 2 days ago, roughly. And her son said that the mother told him, in the name of the tzaddikim, that this was the message from above. Now, the story is true, it's not true, I don't know. But we just did a beautiful piece. Boys, you have to love each other. You have to be good to each other. And really, we're going through crazy, crazy time. I really feel bad for you guys. I don't know what's going on in Los Angeles exactly, but the New York area is horrendous.
Horrendous. It's not a joke.
You know what's going on at Hart Island? Did you guys hear about Hart Island?
No.
Okay, so right off the Bronx, there's a place called Hart Island, H-A-R-T. If you go to Yeshiva World News, you'll see it over there. It's a place where throughout the year, if lo aleinu, somebody passes away and nobody claims the body, some homeless person or someone who has no family passes away and nobody claims the body, they take the body to this place called Hart Island, right off of New York, and they bury them in that area. Today, because of what's going on, where they don't have enough room, they don't have enough room in the morgues downstairs. So if someone passed away and that body is not claimed within 14 days, they take the body to Hart Island and they bury them in Hart Island. Okay? Now, if you go to Yeshiva World News and you come up with it, you'll see they basically took a tractor. You see the video. They took a tractor and they made a trench, and in that trench they put caskets one after the other, and they just cover them up. It's the saddest thing. Just like another body, another one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. It's just such Baruch Hashem in Israel. We don't have this. We've had 103 or something, or maybe 110 people. There's a lot of people who are sick, but Baruch Hashem, almost nobody dies here. Baruch Hashem.
They announced today New York passed the peak, Baruch Hashem.
Right. They said in New York, thank God, it's less people. There's still people dying, unfortunately, but there's less people coming into the hospital. So that means that
exactly.
Bezat Hashem, things are getting better. Halavai, Hashem should take care of all you guys. I'll tell you one more thing. There's a Chacham. His name is Rabbi Rosenblum. Rabbi Rosenblum. He's today one of the biggest speakers in Israel on Parshat Shavua. Everywhere you go, people listen to him. Very, very deep classes. You have to listen to him 2-3 times to understand what he's saying. Okay? Now, this Rabbi Rosenblum said the following. Somebody who works in the Chevra Kaddish in Yerushalayim told him that before this virus started, the Chevra Kaddish was burying roughly 40 people every single day. Right? Old people, sick people, regular. And on the average, 40 people a day. From the time this virus started, how many people are they burying in Yerushalayim? Take a guess.
60, 70.
10.
10.
That's it?
25%.
Thank God. Wow.
Somebody said that I think in Ashdod or Haifa, I forget which he knows as a fact also, that then the number of people dying has gone down 30%. Either 30% are dying or 30% less. So Baruch Hashem, listen, there's a certain siyata d'shmaya we have here. I just hope, Bezat Hashem, you guys should also have the siyata d'shmaya. Hopefully this thing will be over. In the meantime, protect yourselves, take care of yourselves, continue learning, because learning is the only way.
Amen.
Rob, you went to Levaya for Moshe?
I was not able to. By law, only 20 people are allowed to go, and those are only people that are the closest family. But it was all streamed live, so we were able to watch it.
Yeah, Haram.
If you go to hidabrut.org, you might be able to see it. Maybe they have like a recorded version of it, but we were able to see it live.
All right, Rabbi, when's the next class, by the way? We should do this more often.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm willing to. You want to do like Parshat Shavua? What do you want to do? I'll be more than
Well, ring it.
It's amazing. Azrat, I see all the time. Vusmach, I never see. Tomer, haven't seen you in ages. Sonny, I see all the time.
How are you, Rabbi?
I see once in a while. Arbon, we never see. Rizak! Rizak is still alive?
What's happening, Rabbi?
Baruch Hashem.
Rizak got married and is still alive. What a nest. What a nest.
I love it. I love
boys,
it.
I'm going to tune out. It would make me very, very happy if somebody calls me every once in a while and we have even a one-on-one. I mean, like, there's certain things we can speak that I can't speak with everybody. I'd be more than happy to speak to you. Now we have Zoom.
I love you, Rabbi.
I have the paid version. We can speak for over an hour. It's okay.
Okay,
But
gorgeous. Nice.
there's,
Okay, so we're gonna
what
make
else?
use of it, Rabbi.
What?
Hi, Rabbi.
What's calling you? What happened?
Take care, boys. Chag Sameach to all of you.
Have a
Regardless.
good Send me the recording. Send me the recording.
Everyone. God bless. Thank you.
Hope to see everyone in Yerushalayim soon.
Thank you. Let me find the recording. Hold on.
Everybody make it back to Israel.
The faster the better.